Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. For this next 3-day cycle, we have quite a bit I want to accomplish, including and not limited to collecting more masks and, heart pieces, as always. And we also on the agenda have to clear Snowhead Temple. Last time you saw me collect the Goron's mask so that we can quickly head that way and have no delay in getting up to Snowhead. But before we do that, as always, I want to collect my free 100 rupees, as is the custom so far in this game. We start the fresh cycle with a fresh 100 rupees. I also, in this third cycle, I want to get my sword to become the Razor Sword, and that will require me to have my sword worked on at the smithy up there in Snowhead. I did not introduce you to them yet, but we will find out more about them just in a moment as we make our way through the soaring song to the mountain village. I hope you all have been having a good time watching the rest of my Let's Play, the previous episodes. If you can, leave a like and a comment and some feedback if possible to help me give you guys what you want to see. I'm still learning how to do proper Let's Plays, and I think I'm getting better, but some insight would help. So these guys will help fix your sword and make it a little bit stronger. Shut up. Just when I was having a good dream. Oh, welcome to Mountain Smithy, where we take our time to make a good point. I am Zubora, the owner. Pleased to meet you. Shut up over there. That huge fellow is my assistant, Gobora. He's all brawn and about as smart as a Deku stick. Say, did you come to have your sword sharpened? Unfortunately, we're not doing any business right now. It's because of this abnormal cold snap we've been having. See, our hearth has been frozen over. The way things are going now, I won't be able to do any business until spring. If I could just do something about that frozen hearth. What's that? You say if we had a hot water, we could melt the ice off the hearth? Don't act like you know what you're talking about, you Deku stick. Oh, he believes a rumor that says long ago there were hot springs somewhere in the mountains near here. Bah, I don't believe such rubbish. Well, I do believe in such rubbish because we saw the hot springs in the previous episode. And so, I'm going to make my way up there and get some of that hot water to melt the ice off of their equipment. Trying to make quick work of this portion. Going to climb up. As I said in the previous episode, I will not be doing that archery game inside Clocktown. At least not until I'm ready, because that's a really tough one to complete, because you need to get all 50 of the possible points that there are, and I do not have any video editing software to edit out the my failures, and so I have to do this all in one good take. I'm hoping in the future to get a little bit of extra money to invest into some video editing software. I just haven't gotten that yet, so I'm going to stick to things I know I can do in 1 or 2 tries, so as to not bore my audience or any potential audience that there are out there. So just gonna grab this hot water. And it's important to have your sword worked on within the first day, because especially if you want to have it completed, because it takes 3 days or 2 days for it to be fully sharpened and built into the razor sword. But if you're like a little late beating Snowhead Temple, you're not going to be able to do it on the first cycle, on the cycle that you complete Snowhead. And so I like to do this portion, putting my sword in before I go to Snowhead, since you don't really need your sword in Snowhead. Since you have the Goron mask now, you can use the Goron mask to do pretty much everything you would need your sword to do, which is good. Gabora. Huh? You've done me a great favor. Now then, this hearth can finally go to work for me. Hehehe, thanks. Oh, so give me a discount, will ya? Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge your sword, it will cost you 100 rupees. It'll be ready at sunrise. You'll have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your forged sword 100 times, it will lose its edge, and it will be back to its original sharpness. So would you like your sword to be reforged? Yes, I'll do it. So that's kind of the pain, is that you can't... The first time they sharpen your sword, you might be really excited to have it done, but you can't use it forever. It will break, or will go back to its original sharpness, like he had told you. And we don't want to waste our time sharpening it like that. We want to get the full blown razor sword. So the only time I do this quest is if I have the time to do the full effort to get it both sharpened and reforged into the razor sword. But in order to do that, you need spring to come, so you can open the barrier into this racetrack, the Goron racetrack that they do, and if you win the race, you get gold dust, which is a component that you need to forge that sword into a strong razor sword. I also want to get a mask in here, or from a Goron that is sitting on top of a frozen shelf out there by the mountain village. But in order to do that, I need to put this guy to sleep. They're just going to go right to sleep, and these little flames are going to, on the torches are going to go up, so I can activate them. And since I don't have my sword, I have to throw these. Get one Deku stick, and maybe another one. Alright. Using my bunny hood. We're gonna light these fires like so, as fast as you can. There's quite a bit of them, so the bunny hood helps a lot to do this portion. And if you go not getting snagged on the walls, you might not even have enough time to do them all. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Got him. And this chandelier is going to start spinning, and then we can utilize it to help us get a piece of I think it's like some kind of Dodongo shoreline or something like that. You just got to break one of the jars of this chandelier, and one of them is holding the rock shoreline in there. And you want to make sure that you aim. It's probably not a good idea to do it when you can't see where you're aiming for, so let's try that again. This should be enough speed and distance. It's not in that one. So it does take a couple tries to do it. It's better if you get it on the first go. Sometimes you are able to get lucky and guess which one it is. I don't know if there's a way to tell which one has a rock sirloin by looking at it. So if there is, you can let me know. So the only way I know how to do it is just by guessing. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Ooh. Hopefully I can get it before too long. Snowhead Temple, the one that we're going to next, is kind of a fun one to do. I like the boss in there. It's a different type of boss. You don't need to use your sword or anything. You just kind of chase it around and roll into it. It does give me a little bit of difficulty because sometimes it is hard to get up to full speed. Okay, is this it? Is that it? No. Drast. We're gonna have to be very accurate on this next one. I find it harder to hit these things when there's only one or two of them left. So let's see. See if I can get that one there. And of course, it's not in there either. So it's gonna have to be in the last one, I would hope. Might need a little bit of magic. Is this... I swear this has never happened before. Usually I get it on the first 2 tries. There we go. And the Goron fists are stronger than your sword is going to be anyways. So there's nothing wrong with this using your fist to fight most of the creatures in this next dungeon. There we go. That's the beautiful, tasty rock sirloin. Let's take it over to where we need to take it. There's a sad and sorry cold Goron who is freezing and hungry, and we need to bring him this food. Wow. You're not gonna get my rock sirloin. I feel like a DoorDash driver. Delivery boy. I don't know why they keep their rock sirloin stashed up in the ceremonial chandelier that I just destroyed, but you know, there it is. Okay, White Wolfos, you leave me be. I got a delivery to make. Don't fall off the bridge. Everything's just out to get me today. You wouldn't believe the traffic out here. Alright, where is this guy at? It's not at the mountain village house there. You would think that's where he lives, but no. That's where he is, right there. I might talk to him a little bit. Whoa. Up here, up here. I'm sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I'm very hungry and I have gotten stuck here. I don't think I can really talk to him, so I'm just gonna throw it up there. That's it. It's so good that I dream about it. Dodongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. This is my absolute favorite. Blessed be this meal. And he just gobbles it down. Oh, my energy has returned to me. I'm coming down now. Wait one moment. Oh, I wondered who it might be. Why, if it isn't Darmani, you are alive. Yes, I see. That is the reason why you knew my favorite food. Oh, I almost forgot. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. The Don Garrow's mask is useful to get a heart piece. You've seen me fight some of that frog in the Woodfall Temple that turned into a little baby frog. Well, if you defeat all those frogs and find them, there's another one in the water temple. You find all those frogs, you wear that mask and talk to them once they've turned small, and they will come here in the springtime to, I don't know, perform a concert. I don't know why frogs have a choir, but they are like the frogs in Ocarina of Time that were just sitting in the water. If you played the ocarina, you could get a heart piece from them. So and over here there's a big old giant Goron that is blowing his breath to make it hard to get over there, and he more than likely is the one who blew Darmani off the bridge here and killed him. So this Goron is a murderer, but I guess he is not under his own influence. But that lullaby puts all Gorons to sleep. It's probably not a good tune for everybody to know about. If all I have to do is play that lullaby and put half the Gorons to bed, it's kind of a security risk, if I could call anything a security risk. You wouldn't want your Goron guards to just be put to sleep by a lullaby like that, but who knows? Must be some magic in the tune. Alright. I don't like trying to wheel myself up on these narrow pathways because I always have a tendency to go too fast and fall off. And I kind of just want to get up here without too much fuss. And here it is, Snowhead Temple. You're just gonna, this is kind of big. It's gonna take more than average strength to move this thing. Well, I'm just gonna move it. I don't think those things can touch me right now. Ignore all the baddies. No reason to fight everything. We're gonna try to go across here. Oh, I'm lucky that thing didn't freeze me. Lucky. Now there are 2 fairies in this room. And it will help if I have some arrows. Usually there's always arrows nearby. There's one down there. If I can hit it. And of course there's one over here under this little ledge. Popped it. Come to Papa. I'm going to try to take the most efficient route that I've found for this temple. And just look at how high up you need to get. I thought we were already at the top of this thing. But apparently there's way more to go. So we're just going to go into this orange door. First and foremost. This is going to help us later collect more fairies. We might have to do a little bit of backtracking to collect all the stray fairies in this dungeon, but that's okay. Not anything in here other than that stray fairy and a key. The key is important. But we will have to wait to get to the stray fairy because I do not know how to glitch my way up there. I'm sure there's a glitch you could use to get up there a little bit quicker. And that box has one of the stray fairies in there. Alright. Those chests just look like little baby chests when compared to Link and Goron form. There's nothing wrong with being Goron. I like playing as the Goron actually, because especially when you're out in Tamina Fields, you can just get up to full speed and roll around all over the place. It's fun. And I don't really like to waste a lot of time fighting these monsters unless I have to. I will have to come back to this room later too, once I get the fire arrows. In this game, instead of getting like something different in every temple, you only get like some version of arrows. So the first temple we got the bow, and in this temple we will get the fire arrows. I guess it's more simplistic that way. You just kind of expect to get something for your bow. I'm kind of the person who believes less is more. You don't really need more items, you just need more uses for those items. I feel like in Ocarina of Time, a lot of the items you had single uses for. Didn't really need it. I didn't really utilize them more than for their dungeon, especially the hammer. You get that big old hammer, and I don't know, I never fought enemies with it. It was only ever used to, you know, progress my progress in dungeons. So I kind of like tools that are used more than once or in very niche situations. Like even the Eye of Truth is kind of, I don't know, kind of boring to me. I feel like they should have just had the Mask of Truth do what the Eye of Truth does in this game, to give you a reason to wear it more than what you wear it for. But that's just me. I'm not a video game designer. But I feel like the less you have to have in your inventory, the better. Some bombs in here. Alright. There's some evil energies in this room. Oh, I was trying to get this Goron mask. I think they're called white bows. They're like the black bows that were in the Woodfall Temple. Don't really need that. Don't really need that either. It's always a good idea to check and see what's in these crates and boxes, especially if you want arrows or bombs or whatever. Hopefully those things don't give me too much issue. Now, something I find kind of ridiculous is that Goron Link cannot climb, and neither can Zora Link. Even though they're tall enough to reach the platform, they don't climb. Probably so they can keep you from getting places too early or when you're not supposed to. We want to go into that door. And we will fight. I believe this is a whiz robe. Don't think it tells you. And he's gonna pop up at these different little platforms, and you're just gonna shoot him with your arrow. If you have a sword, you can use your sword to kill him, but as you saw me earlier, I got rid of my sword. And I think the bow is a little bit more effective since you can get him at range. Oh, where is he? Ah. I forgot to tell you that at this point, he does split off into multiple ones. And he tries to confuse you. But he doesn't do too much damage to you, even if he hits you with some ice. You just kind of have to be on your toes and look around. It can be hard. Even for me, I've done this temple a couple times just to play through it and find a good, quick route to take. Ah. Okay. Maybe it's easier to get from out of corner so you can just see all the possible directions. You only have to hit him 3 times with your bow when he gets to that state. So I think it's 3 initially and then 3 more times, so 6 times. And we got the fire arrows. Very useful tool. Mostly for this dungeon though. We'll make our way back this way. And there's a bomb chew in this room. A live bomb chew, not just the bomb. In this game, they have little rats with bombs on their tails, where the bomb chews, I guess, get their names from. Single stray fairy. And you're going to want to get up here using the Eye of Truth. And up here, there is another stray fairy. Now that we collect them all in this room, make our way down, very painfully, I might add, and open this treasure chest, which contains the map for the dungeon. And I think we're making pretty good time, if I do say so myself. And here there's a key, but you can only get the key if you kill all these ice things. Let's find out what they're called, just so I know. It's a freezard, like a wizard, but a frizzard. That's clever. Didn't know that's what they were called. I kind of like how you can, if you really want to know, you can go up and have Tattle tell you what they are called. And that's why I kind of wonder if it's like a fairy's job to just to know the names of all the creatures. Collect up that small key. And I go back out this way. Now is a good time to go backtracking and get the rest of those fairies that we left back there in the treasure chest. And I will be doing that in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Have a good day and stay tuned.